Z-Trip, what up, baby?
What up, man? What up?
Rock the Bells Radio. Time for a super special, exclusive. We got a super group in the building. This is gonna be just an incredible exploration of hip hop and West Coast hip hop and just all things in between. I got the mighty Mount Westmore in the building. You know what I'm saying? My man Ice Cube, Too Short, E40 Water in the building. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. So, where do I start? We was just talking when we first started. So let's just start here for those who don't know, for the youngsters, because what a lot of people don't know about Rock the Bells is a lot of our listeners are under 25. Maybe 20-30%. A lot of them are really under 25. We got a lot of youngsters that listen to us because they want to learn. They want to know what it is.
Yeah, that's
and just listening to the album and of course everything y'all did throughout your careers is always about giving people game, teaching motherfuckers, teaching people shit. So let's talk about who started when. Let's just get there. So starting with you, Short. When did you start in the game? Just year, song, simple.
First time I ever heard rap was 1979, Rapper's Delight.
Okay.
First time I ever wrote a rhyme was the next year, 1980. The first time I ever got a record put on the shelf was 1985. It was called Don't Stop Rapping.
Don't Stop Rapping.
Me.
No doubt.
About the same thing, heard Rapper's Delight in 1979. Wrote my first rap when I was 14. So we talking about 83. And wrote a song for Eazy-E when I was 16 called Boys in the Hood. And I was able to do my first song at 17 called Dope Man.
There it is.
For NWA. Yeah.
That's dope. 40.
Same here in 1979. I was 11 years old, heard Sugar Hill Gang, and was like, man, I'm finna be a rapper. So I just played around with it, you understand me? And was able to put my first album out in 1988, my first EP. We was called MVP, Most Valuable Players. Me, D-Shot, Sugar T, and Be Legit.
Okay, so let's talk about the first time you heard each other. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
Let's talk about, so Q,
Yeah.
what's the first time you heard these two?
The first time I heard Show, he was, we had a show together. It was in San Diego. The lineup was Eazy-E and NWA, Too Short, MC Hammer, UTFO, Salt and Pepper,
Okay.
and Heavy D and the Boys.
Wow.
And it was our first big tour, touring with the OGs. And but we were all, California rappers, all, opening up. And he gave me his tape, and me and Easy just rocked that tape. Born to Mac, from LA to the Bay. We had that shit flipping and flipping and flip. We had to play it at least 6 times. You know what I'm saying? But it was it was some of the most enjoyable music that we had heard in a long, long time, where we just laughed and just enjoyed the cleverness of it. And I heard 40 more as a fan. Sprinkle Me is when I really start paying attention to, like, this wordplay this dude is using is, he do rap in cursive.
Rapping in cursive. Off beat in cursive a little bit. Off beat.
It's like,
That's it. That's real.
So, I was just highly impressed. And when I met him, both of these dudes, it's so much love that these dudes give you. And coming from the Bay, we all from California, so there's been, genuine love from day one.
Short.
Yeah, I'm there as a youngster, absorbing the evolution of hip hop from everywhere it's coming from Florida, Texas, New York, of course, Midwest, all that stuff, all the West Coast stuff. So I knew when Dr. Dre was making records in 1982, I was on him. I used to be a DJ when I was a young cat. I used to DJ house parties in the hood. I was the hood DJ. No clubs, no radio, straight hood parties. And I remember I was a Tuesday guy. Every Tuesday in the record store, music only came out on Tuesdays. I'm in there looking through the sections, trying to find out what came out in hip hop. I didn't care. In the 80s, man, you couldn't throw an R&B song at me. I was like, get that away from me. Like, it was hip hop only. I wasn't listening to nothing else. I didn't want to hear no old. I was hip hop, like bleeding it.
Yeah.
And then Dre went over and got with Easy, Ruthless Records was founded. I heard everything that came out on Ruthless. Every single they was putting, I used to love to look at them on the back of the album, on the artwork or something.
Yeah.
And they just look like, dude, I fuck with these dudes. Just like I remember the Public Enemy first album.
Yeah.
I was like, you flip it over. I was
show.
I love these niggas. Or the Eric B and Rakim first album. You just see them niggas like, I fuck with these niggas.
Yeah.
It was hip hop.
Yeah.
And then E40 is we from the same circle. Like, so he don't like me to tell the whole story, but I just skip to the hip hop part.
Okay.
Leave the other part alone. And then
We are interested though. I'm not gonna bullshit you. We are interested.
we had
Say it with class. Don't say it crazy.
me and E40 had street affiliations.
Okay.
what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Understood.
And it wasn't me and him doing it, it was our folks doing it.
Understood.
But we always had a mutual, like, what's up? Remember back in the day when we was rappers, we didn't walk up to each other going, hey man, dope song, hey dope. We didn't do that kind of stuff. You just kind of like, what's up, homie? And leave it at that. It was no admiration. You didn't do, it was against the rules.
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah, so we was just homies. We wouldn't talk about rap. We talked a lot. We didn't make a song we knew each other 10 years before we made a song.
Yeah, we did.
Yo, that's crazy.
Let me tell you about you though.
Okay.
So check this out. So I had a 1967 Burgundy Cougar with Zenith and Vogue.
Mercury Cougar.
Yeah, it was the Mercury Cougar, and we would take the beat out of Be Legit car, because we was young, like 16, you know what I'm saying? Be Legit car, put it in my Cougar. We'd spend all day putting it in there.
Y'all would transfer the stereo?
Yeah. And look, just because we knew it was a function that night.
Function.
It was a function that night. So we'd do that, right? And then, but guess what we were slapping though? Dear Yvette. What? Yvette. We was slapping your whole album, bro, and everything. I put this on everything. I grew up listening to your music, bro. My first album, MVP, I had a song called Thought I Could Trust a Girl. I tried to make a song like LL, I Need Love, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I tried to do it. I felt it wasn't for me. You know, L was yoked. He you know what I'm saying? He for the ladies, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, he took rap to a whole nother genre.
He did, man.
You know what I mean? I first, man, like LL, first heard you, I was laying down in my bed. It was late at night, and K-Day, 1580 K-Day, Greg Mack, it's like, yo, we got this new song out of Def Jam, young rapper, I can't live without my radio. No, I need a beat.
I need a beat. Yep.
I need a beat.
Yeah.
I need a beat. Yeah, I need a beat. Heard that and just rose up in my bed like, this is what I've been waiting for all day. Just hip hop was so rare back then.
Yep.
You'd hear a song and you might not catch that song again on the radio for another 2 days.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I was just happy I caught it, and I knew it was dope, and then I was just on a search for you, like, yo, what is this dude doing? Where can I see him? Where can I buy a record? We turned 15, bought your whole album, radio,
Man.
and just it was just such a refreshing. And it was inspiring because you was our age, showing that you LeBron before LeBron, you know what I mean, in the rap game, like showing that a youngster can be a mega superstar in this, and you don't have to wait till you 20, or you know what I'm saying, you don't have to wait till you're old, a OG. Like, I was hanging around older dudes in hip hop like Dre and Yella and them, and I was like, yo, you don't have to be in your 20s really to blow, because LL's blowing, that mean we can blow.
Short showed me how to, like, just listening to him, it showed us how to put our street life into music. You know what I'm saying? Storytelling, exactly. Cube, I got a dose of Cube going into the SWAT meets and shit back in the late 80s, like 87, 88, like 88 SWAT meets. I think the first album was Straight Out of Compton? What was the first
That's
album?
the first album.
Easy Does It.
It was like a compilation, but the first album was Easy Does It. Then it Straight Out Compton.
And they was all on the front cover. It was dope. So I was, I grew up on them, listening to them too. We was like, I was in the traffic moving around doing my duties, slapping NWA and Ice-T them, and you know what I'm saying?
Doing my duty.
Doing my duty. You dig what I'm saying?
Fucking love it. Yo, all right, so let's they're gonna figure that out.
No
They got
problem,
you
no
covered.
problem.
So let's get into like some of the influences, like so short, like I mean, you was a youngster talking some real live pimp shit. Like the game was real. Like a lot of shit you was saying, even guys your age probably didn't understand. Like it was above their head, above their pay grade in terms of the game you was spitting, because that was very mature knowledge and shit. So where did that come from?
Me and 40 both, we got this little kid background of being in band class, learning how to play instruments at school.
Okay.
And I'm a drummer.
Okay.
In the high school marching band, and hip hop comes my way. So the first thing I hear when I hear hip hop, I hear the patterns, and I'm like the flow,
Right.
And I'm like, oh, them just like drum patterns. Like I could catch that flow. So the first thing you do, and I heard hip hop before Rapper's Delight, but it didn't have a name. It was like King Tim III, and it was
Fatback Band and all that.
Different people was doing rhythmic rapping on songs, but it wasn't called hip hop.
Right.
And we wasn't getting it like that on the West yet.
Yeah.
So Rapper's Delight was our first intro. I'm like sitting there. I bet you we all tell the same story, man. When Rapper's Delight came out, I had a record. Dropped the needle on the record. It's 15-minute long song. Memorized it. You know what I'm saying? And rapped every word of that thing. And it's just like, then it started, Curtis Blow emerged. And he's looking like a superstar with the 20 chains on.
So why has everybody got a blow damn up?
And it's evolving. And Sugar Hill Records start dropping Freedom from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, and then the sequence comes out. And Spoonie G was my favorite. That was my favorite. No
doubt.
Because he was, to me, Spoonie G was a player.
No question.
Now I'm finding my way. I'm like, I like this guy. Everybody's like, when I rap, but Spoonie G's like, and I'm rapping on the mic. He's smooth. He ain't doing all the rapper voice. And he's talking about how his escapades with the ladies. So I'm like, I'm gravitating towards this guy. Super Rhymes was another favorite of ours in the Bay. It's super
Rhyme.
So I'm walking down the street one day. I'm the guy who's, hip hop. I'm in it. I'm immersed in it. And I'm the guy who's got the radio. I'm thinking, I got all this stuff. You got to be this. I got the 8D batteries that run out every day, and you got to get 8 more. I got the boom box, right? And I'm walking down the street. I remember this day so clear. I was by myself, and the message came on the radio. And I stopped on the street. I stopped and listened to that song. And at that time, I was just rapping like the girl in blue. I'm just mimicking what I heard, And I said, oh shit, I'm about to start rapping about Oakland. And I'm like, from here on out, I'm rapping about Oakland because the message come broken glass everywhere.
Yeah.
I never been to New York, and all of a sudden I could see New York.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm gonna make these niggas see Oakland. And that's where it came from. I started, just looking around my city, and the pimping is very prevalent.
Of course.
In Oakland, and I inserted that, and we just find your way as a rapper. Like we all got them stories of how we rap.
We spit about our surroundings.
Yeah.
It's all about your surroundings, man.
Yeah. So you chimed in. So tell me, 40. So your style very distinct. I mean, you and Short obviously touch the pimping thing differently. Yeah. Because you probably add a little bit more to like the mini me, the hustler, the mini me, the gun in it. Yeah. It's a little more of that in it. Right. You know what I mean? Just a sprinkle little bit more. Just a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely.
So tell me how you turn the corner from the Rapper's Delight thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hibbity, to like your themes. How'd you get into your thing?
So I had a mixture. So I would listen to Short. I would listen to some brothers out of Richmond named Magic Mike, Calvin T. I would listen to you, Karis, One, Ice-T, Public Enemy, Toddy T. Toddy T.
Bataram.
Yeah,
of course.
King T.
Of course.
I love him, man. Ice-T had the slaps, though. Ice-T was a hustler, man.
He jumped out of the gate on us.
You want to be a high roller, all that, 6 in the morning, all that stuff, man. So I grew up, I just started, I'm a character, too. Like he said, I play the drums, different patterns.
Oh, so you play drums, too?
I played drums, too, from 4th grade to the 12th.
Oh, wow.
When it wasn't cool to do it.
And then he went to Grambling University.
Then I went to Grambling State University for a year.
So you had that Southern cover, that culture clash thing.
Righteous. And me and Be Legit and my partner Waldo Dominium III Jr., we had a group called the Drifters. You understand me? And so we made the school alma mater over because it was just a little singing song that was hella ancient. We was like, let me put some hip hop to it. You know what I mean? So we did that, sung it in the talent show, started selling autographs. Couldn't wait to get back to the soil, to the base. As soon as we got there, went to
Loyal to the soil.
Loyal to the soil. Went straight. As soon as we got back to the Yay area, we went straight to Sonoma Boulevard to Felton Pilot Studios. Do you know who Felton Pilot is?
No, well, you told me earlier, but tell everybody.
Yeah, so Felton Pilot is from the group Confunction. You remember the Love Train, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love Train and many more, Fun and all them songs, you know. But anyway, Felton had a lot to do with the production for MC Hammer stuff. So we would see MC Hammer coming in and out of the studio.
And I never knew that. Like, I never knew that Confunction was in any way close to, like, I never put that together on no level. That's crazy. Keep going.
Based on the true story. So
That's
they
crazy.
produced our first 4-song EP called MVP, Most Valuable Players. Me, D-Shot, Sugar T, and Be Legit. So, you know, it's a trip, man. I can talk all day, but
the Bay, we had forefathers. It was a Sly and the Family Stone. It was the Whispers. It was the Pointer Sisters. It was, you know, Confunction, Tower of Power. Benny Williams. We had a lot of examples.
Sly and the Family Song.
Good music.
No, great music. Okay, no, go ahead, 40.
So that's when I just came with the mania sickest style. So right now I'm still creating my style, like just I'm all over the place like space.
40
you know
water.
Yeah, just being
Fluent,
water.
flowing.
The flow.
Yeah.
Flow like a frisbee.
I love that.
You know what
I
I'm
love
saying?
that. So Q, your thing, everybody knows you're a prolific writer and you're like one of the greatest writers hip hop has ever seen. We all agree. You know what I'm saying? And I completely, like, one of my favorites for sure. How did you make the transition from the, you know, whatever, like, hippity hoppity to like the reality shit? Cause your shit, what you talk about, like, you changed everything, right? Like, some guys were touching it. I mean, Ice-T touched the little things, and I realized that, but you kind of went real focused and very real. How did how did that happen?
Well, you know, I was a big fan of, you know, ferocious MCs, you know, Run from Run DMC, you, Chuck D, you know, the aggressive, you know, style. And that's what kind of rapper I always wanted to be. You know, that's, you know, not laid back, just kind of, you know, in your face. And what happened was Dre got a job with K-Day doing traffic jam mixes. And so he would do those mixes. What was the Wrecking Crew's gig? You know, Lonzo, shout out to Lonzo and the Wrecking Crew. But it was a Wrecking Crew gig, but Dre would have to, him and Yellow would have to put these 4-track mixes together for the radio called the Traffic Jam. Well, a dude named Steve Yano at the Rhodium Swap Meet, rest in peace, start paying Dre to do mixes so he could sell. So it was like extra money. So Dre would do these crazy 4-track things, you know, for about 20 minutes at the front of each tape. That's what people really wanted, like that 4-track he was putting together. And then one day he was like, man, I need you to rap on this shit. You know what I mean? I'm sick of just cutting up people's shit. I want to break it down. I want you to rap on this shit. And he was like, you can cuss, you can do whatever you want. So I was like, oh, cool, okay. I don't have to make this for the radio. We always thought, no, we got to make a record to go on the radio.
Absolutely.
So he was like, you could do it how you want to. So I start rapping about the neighborhood. I'm like, I'm gonna start rapping about shit around here, cause.
But how? Like, why though? Like, what made you do that?
Well, my favorite rappers, besides the ferocious MCs, was Melly Mel. You know, coming with that real shit. You know, the message. I used to hear that shit and damn near have nightmares about, you know, a dude going to prison. You know what I mean, and being, you know, hanging himself, and you know, these rhymes that was real. So I'm like, these, you know, I like this ferocious style, but I also like to talk about what's real, what people really going through. And so that's what started to hone in the style. So I did a few tapes about the neighborhood and they just flew off the shelf. Like, he couldn't keep them in there. So he asked for another one real quick. So I did another hood rhyme and another hood rhyme. So that's how easy, chose me to write for a group. He had a group called HBO. They was from Queens, called Homeboys Only, and they was all trying to be like you.
Don't change the beat.
I got
That's
You
crazy.
see it in the movie. They were all trying to be like you.
That's
they all
crazy.
had
We gotta knock this
Kangos.
one
They
down.
all was LL clones. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
crazy.
And that's why we,
Can we have a moment? Me and 40 about to remake this song.
We gonna
What is
remake this song, man.
Yo,
Sure,
yo,
this is loud.
yo, y'all. I didn't even got no headphones. I can't
that's-
even hear what the song is.
It's a Snoop loop, man.
Oh yeah.
It's going crazy. We redoing that. Mount Westmore needed somebody. Some of us.
I had to listen. With you guys being here, I had to dig into your archives and find all the instrumentals I could because
I heard you play Loaded by Droopy.
the weight in this room. I had to pull
Nah,
it
it's
out,
crazy.
bro. You know.
The body of work is crazy. Is his headphones working now?
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
good.
on.
You know
good.
what to do.
So, all right, so go ahead, Q.
So these dudes were trying to be like you, and that's why Easy signed them, because he was like, "Yo, they from New York, like they gonna blow. Everybody from New York blow. Everybody from
He was thinking like a businessman.
yeah,
he was pure business.
businessman.
Yeah.
Everybody from New York blow. They from Queens. They got the look. They just didn't have the rhymes,
Right.
So he was like, "Yo, write them one of them street rhymes, that you be writing for the swap meet." And
That's crazy.
I wrote them Boys in the Hood, and they just wasn't feeling it. They was like, "What is ganking? What is the 6'4"? This is LA shit. We can't do this record." And they walked out the studio. And that's
They must be, with all due respect, they somewhere they want to string up, bro. Like, I hope they all right, but them
imagine that,
motherfuckers.
imagine that.
I
God
hope they
damn,
all right.
B. Yo, God
Imagine
damn.
that,
You
imagine
turned
that.
down Boys and fuck.
Yeah.
they walked out.
They'd still be touring.
Whoops.
Yo, for that one song, they would
Yep.
still be touring.
Yep.
But go ahead, Q.
They clown the shit out of us.
I
man.
wish
It was
we had that
we don't,
version.
We don't want this Jerry Curl music and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Slept. They slept.
So we almost got into it over the shit, and then they end up leaving, and then Drake convinced Easy, man, you got that voice, like you got that crazy ass voice, you can do this shit, and then that's how that started. Yeah, hit
And
me
it just
on.
went from there. It just
Yeah.
went from there.
Hey,
I tell you,
rolled.
Can we find those lost files of the version with Ice
for
Cube
real.
rapping Boys in the Hood?
we need that, don't we?
Back in the day, it was no versions like that. You didn't go in the studio and lay like a rough.
Oh, you just rapped it for him and
rapped
showed him
it
how to
for
say
him,
it.
Gave him the lyrics and sat in there and was like, "That ain't it. Like this. That ain't it." And then it got to a point where I was like, "Man, I'm burnt. Like we've been in this motherfucker for hours and we still ain't got a verse." Like Dre was like, "All right, go home." And I stayed away from the studio for a few days. I'm like, I can't deal with this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I'll taste a little bit of it.
3 days
I'm not
later-
a drinker, but I'll taste a little bit.
3
Yeah,
days
pass it,
later,
pass
we
it, pass
had
it.
Boys in the Hood.
Pass that down.
We got another cup.
This is like a world record. I don't think anybody ever seen me do this, but I'm gonna taste some of this Earl Stevens.
appreciate it.
Hold on, my brother Earl Stevens.
We
I
got
got to
another
do
cup
that.
coming. We got one more cup coming.
My man
One more
Z.
cup coming.
Let's wait for Z to get a cup.
Yes,
so
sir.
so go ahead. So go ahead.
Yeah, that was how the
Yeah.
song was born. It was it took 3 days or two or 3 days or something to get it out of him. But
2 or 3 days in the studio.
yeah, with Dre. Shit.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It was his first. It was his
Dre
first song.
put us in the studio for 2 or 3 days. That's like,
Hey, yo,
that's
bro,
like
I've been in the studio. Bro, he had me saying like 2 words like 40 times, man.
That's
Two
what-
That's what they
words.
say how you do it.
Yo.
Yeah, he'll work your ass. So,
Yeah.
he'll work.
Shout
your
out to
ass.
Dr. Dre. I love you,
Yeah,
boy.
But look, he get it out.
No doubt, he get the
Oh, he
greatness
get the
out of you.
hits, yeah.
So now, like, let's shift in. We kind of talked in the early things. You sat down with Angela Davis
Yeah,
a long time ago,
early in my career.
like 90, 91, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Could you tell people a little bit about that meeting and what that was about? You know what I'm saying? Because now I want to kind of understand, because Mount Westmore is about black ownership. It's about,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, empowerment. It's
Yes.
inspiration. It's like game for the youth. So let's start there and kind of go along that line and just talk a little bit about that.
Well, like a lot of people.
Earl Stevens a toast.
man.
Can we do my
Toast,
favorite
baby.
toast?
What's your
Cheers,
toast?
All right, I want y'all to repeat after me. I ain't above you.
I ain't above you.
I ain't below you.
I ain't below you.
But I'm right beside you.
But I'm right beside you.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Okay, Earl Stevens.
Yeah.
Shit.
He don't fuck
Okay.
around.
Okay.
Okay.
He don't play.
Okay. That's nice.
Okay, it
Which
is.
one is this red? Which one is
That's
this red?
Sweet red. This is
Sweet red.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is good.
That's good. That's good. All right. So
Angela Davis.
Angela Davis.
You know, the older generation, the generation before us, I hate to say older generation, but the one just before us, you know.
Yeah, just prior.
They a lot of them didn't understand hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they used to reject us a lot, you know, like soul singers, and you know, they was
I was
they
there,
wasn't
bro.
feeling it, you know,
Oh.
and so they didn't understand where we was coming from. So what was cool about Angela Davis, she wanted to understand. So I said, let's meet. You know what I mean? I could just kind of tell you, you know, why we coming the way we coming, why we think it's necessary. She was telling us, you know, giving us game about how things were, you know, knocked off the rails, and you know, with the Black Panthers and the and the previous movements, and just giving me game. You know, it was more like a teachable moment for both of us. She was learning about hip hop, and I was learning about the struggle, you know, from her vantage point. And you know, I appreciated her coming through. She didn't have to come through. She came to Street Knowledge, and you know, Street Knowledge was in the rolling 60s over there. You know what I'm saying? So she came through there, no problem. You know, hung out with us, and it was really cool to be able to get that game from somebody who, you know, was on the FBI most wanted list, and you know, didn't know if she was gonna go to prison for the rest of her life or not. So much respect to Angela Davis, to the movement, to the ones that understand what we doing, and even the ones that don't understand what we doing. We love you and we respect you.
No question about it. So you know, just one more follow up to that. One of the things about you, Cube, that's I think is unmistakable. A lot of people pop shit. A lot of people, we all talk shit on our records. That's part of hip hop.
Yes.
The one thing about you that's different is you say any motherfucking thing, basically. And I mean sane shit. I'm not talking about some off the rails ridiculous shit. I'm talking about like you will talk directly to power and speak truth to power in a way that's highly respected and real. Where did the fearlessness come from? You know what I mean?
All my heroes are fearless. You know, George Clinton is fearless. You know, he's given a lot of game in them records. You know, it's so funky you don't understand, but it's a lot of game. You know, Reggie Jackson, Richard Pryor, you know, the truth tellers like Chuck D and KRS-One. And you know, it's to me, when you got the mic, you got to use it. You can't really. It's like a comedian. It's like, you know, Dave Chappelle or you know, Dick Gregory, or you know, you got to use it, because these records are gonna be here when we're dead.
That's
Hey
right.
man, hip hop trivia. Did you know that Ice Cube, Tupac, and Kendrick Lamar all have birthdays one day apart?
I absolutely did not know that.
That's like, I don't know what's in there, but that's
It's something in there.
Yeah.
It's something special in that mix.
And they all three have that
Gemini.
question you just
What? Yeah,
asked.
Gemini is a Gemini.
Yeah.
Geminis.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
it's a few. And MC ran a Gemini too.
I was raised by a Gemini. My grandmother was a Gemini. I'm
Yeah.
clear. That shit is like, you try to hug him, fuck her.
You say why?
Yeah, I feel you.
But you know, it's really about using your time. You know, I feel proud to be able to do the things I love. You know, I remember us opening up for you. You know, a lot of people don't know NWA opened up for LL. LL is one of the first, you know, major artists to take us on a nationwide tour.
Yeah, I
Let us
remember.
open up, man, and that was love. And so I always wanted to be on stage with my favorites and with my greats, and I got a chance to do it. And I didn't want to waste my time. You know, I just want to give the people what I feel in my heart. And if it hurts your feelings, it's probably because there's a lot of truth in it somewhere.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Yeah.
So 40. You know, we speaking about, you know, just black ownership and you know, just everything that comes with that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're an entrepreneur. I mean, from Sick With It to I mean, you know, just everything you've done has been entrepreneurial. You've just grown as a businessman. Obviously, you've grown, right? So talk to me about that. Talk to me about that fearless spirit. Talk to me about getting out there as a businessman. I know you near wine country. I understand the connection, why the wine makes sense. I get how, but talk to me about you as a businessman. Where did the hustle ethic come from? Why do why that? Why aren't you why aren't we working at the fucking post office? Why are you who you are?
Well, being the oldest of four, my mom and daddy divorced when I was 8 years old. Mm-hmm. So you had me, then you had D-Shotty, 2 years younger than me, my brother. Then you had Sugar T, she's 6, then she was 6, and then you had Muggsy, he was 2. Mm-hmm. So I had to be like the father of the family, you know. And, you know, certain things moms taught me to do, and I had to, you know, make sure, hey, y'all make sure y'all wash these dishes before you leave, take out the garbage, all that stuff.
Okay.
I had to
handle business.
I had to handle business. I was the oldest, you know what I mean?
Right.
So just seeing my mama work at Napa State Hospital, she was a supervisor there for 14 years. Right. And she also worked at Maggie's Hamburgers, which is right around the corner on Benicia Road, and, you know, right outside the hillside, over by so right over there by Laurel Street. Then washing walls with her at the naval houses on Mare Island. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a naval base. Yeah, I used to wash walls with her. It was a real hustle. Then she went so just watching her work these jobs on the weekends, you know, 2 and 3 jobs and stuff like that, and still having her main job at Napa State Hospital, I just knew I had that hustle in my blood. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And with that being said, you know, we was in the hood by force, not by choice. You understand me? Okay. When I
unpack that. By force, not by choice. Tell me.
By force, like that was the only place we can afford to live. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, you know, right. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I wanted to work hard to get out, but still, so to this day, I bring the hood to me and stay connected with those who rock with me. You understand me? Instead of me having to be standing on the corner acting like I'm still locked in, you know what I'm saying? I bring the important people, you know what I'm saying? People that mean something to me, and I give back, and you know, the whole thing to the kids and all that, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, to make a long story short and a short story long, music has always been my passion. Being in the marching band from the 4th to the 12th, we talked about that. I used to always talk to my Uncle St. Charles because he made records in like 1972. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He had 45s. Right. So he was our hero. He was our hero. So we like every time I see him, we was like, St. Charles, man, hey man, I want to make a record one day. This is when I'm a little kid, little squeaky ass voice and all that shit. Like, how I'm gonna do this, man? He was like, man, come with some skrill. Like he used to always do his hands like this. Some skrill. When I got older, me and D-Shot, we skrill. Yeah, we scrambled up a few coins, man, a few quids. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Some francs and made it happen. You know, on a small scale, and then worked our way up. So we But being an entrepreneur, that all unfolded, you know, independently. You know, we paved the way. We our music spoke for itself. So I was my biggest promoter by being one of the best rappers in the world. You know what I'm saying? So that helped a lot. You know, and because I was speaking the streets language, so whatever I was talking about,
and creating language on top of that.
On top of that,
without a doubt,
that ghetto slang. You feel me? Yeah. And talking about the dudes that's in the streets lives. So they living through me like, man, I just went through that, man. 40, man, we relate to what he talking about. You understand me? And so anyway, did it independently. So hundreds of thousands of tapes. You know, we used it's called the out the trunk method, but we wasn't. We would do a little bit out the trunk because I used to have a consignment sheet. So I would go first sold my first EP. At Eminem Liquors. Okay. On Sonoma Boulevard, right there in South Vallejo. Go down Magazine Street, make it right. We right there down at Eminem. And I used to sell it have it on a consignment sheet. You know what a consignment sheet is? Of course. So that's just so those who don't know what consignment is. You know, we drop off, 30, 50 cassettes or vinyl, and they sign it, and then I leave it there for like 30 days. When they sell out, they pay me. Then I bring in. I say, how many more you want? Then I bring in another 50 or 30. You understand me? Then they pay me. That's how it went. Right. So I would do that at Bills and Wheels at the Rim Shop because that's where all the D-boys was at. You understand me? I do it at Richard's Barber Shop right next door to our studio that we used to go to all the time. So and it just became a pattern. Then we hooked up with a one-stop called City Hall Records and Music People.
That's
you know,
crazy.
me and Short, we all sold our music there. And my uncle St. Charles, and when I say uncle, I know everybody call everybody uncle now. This is my blood. He has the same last name as my mama. That's my mama's brother.
Right.
St. Charles is very infamous and very known for launching helping us, the Sick With It Records, and No Limit Records as well. Master P
really?
Yeah, you can go look up some interviews. All that he talk about Uncle St. Charles, because Master P used to be out there with us in Richmond. He was in Richmond. You understand me? So moving forward, Charles had this message.
He used to work in a store out there or something,
He
right?
had a
Owned the store.
We had a clothing store we owned in the 80s,
Right.
late 80s. He had a supermarket or something. So
Yeah.
small little hood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. So anyway, to make a long story short, we ended up, St. Charles created this. He was like, he sat back and thought, because he really a genius. And he was like, he got in a phone book, dude, and called every retailer that dealt with music, with hip hop music.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So he was called Little Red, what was it called? Little Market in Seattle was pretty big, and then Seventh Heaven in Kansas City. These are one stops.
Right.
One stops meant a lot to us back then.
That's a main distributor, a main hood.
That's how y'all all go platinum.
Main hub.
Did it, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
And so back then, so what he did, he created this big book. In this book, he would have hella phone numbers, hella addresses, and he would, anytime we had a release, we'll put the year up like a year ahead, because it took that long to circulate to get to like Nebraska or Oklahoma, because we were sending everything out through Pitney Bowes manually.
Influencer Hip Hop Rock the Bells Radio. This is E40 talking right now. I got Mount Westmore in the building.
Yeah.
Too Short, Ice Cube. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. Go ahead, 40.
Blueprint. Come on, Blueprint.
Yeah. So check it out. This is the blueprint. So I gotta tell it. So then we would take like 5 cassettes, just say that 5 cassettes, 5 CDs, send them out with the one sheet with a bio on it telling who we performed with and this, that, and the third, and all our story. And then they give it, these retailers will give it to all the street cats. Like, here, take this. They gave me 5, here go a cassette, go and blap this. So they see the album cover. They see the album cover.
Blap that,
Blap that, man.
Blap that.
With a cutlass on that thing, with Zeniths and Vogues, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Drop cutlass, and we all in front of it, looking like how they look.
Right.
They like, man, who's these cats? And they slap it in. Then we speak in their language. You understand me?
Yeah, no doubt.
Because it was easy for us. It was like, it was clockwork.
It was talking that talk. It's talking that talk. Yeah.
Fast forward to your Jive Records negotiations.
Okay, so then I was selling like, 200,000 per release, and that was ghetto gold. That was beyond ghetto gold.
That's huge.
That was like platinum.
And that's all in your pocket.
All in my pocket, man. You understand me? And we would do COD.
In the Bay, ghetto gold is 100,000 independent. That's ghetto gold.
That's ghetto gold. Okay.
These in the late 80s, early 90s, right?
Shit. Well, then you was ghetto platinum.
I was ghetto platinum. So then, from Def Jam to MCA Records to
crazy.
Priority to Jive to everybody that dealt with rap music had a bidding war on me and Sick With It Records.
Wow.
It was a bidding war.
Okay.
So I ended up signing with a distribution deal with Jive Records, and I was paid on the first 200,000 as I was still getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Then
Anything after that, they split it different.
they kick it into a high royalty
After that.
after that and put the house behind it, because they knew automatically the first 200,000 was gonna go.
That's
that's-
genius for
Yeah, that's a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a deal.
Skrilla, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So we can go on and on forever. I got a longer story. When I come back up here and do the Rule of Thumb album release with you, with my polo.
My man.
Let's do that.
I think he was trying to say he got a taste of that money, man, and he's
And then he kept rolling,
was a
kept rolling. All
young mustache.
right, so short. Obviously, you
We
out.
can talk about the liquor, but we'll do that later.
Yeah, no, we'll get to that. Of course we will. We drinking it. We're gonna have to talk about it.
Definitely.
So short. You entrepreneurial as well. I mean, you a hustler, man. I mean, I know it's a lot of y'all, but the people gotta rock with us. Because it's a lot of y'all. This is gonna be a little longer than normal because I gotta get into y'all. I can't just be fronting and like not paying attention. I care about each one of y'all. So tell me about your entrepreneurial, just how you got into that space, because you're all three of y'all entrepreneurs.
I'm gonna be 1,000% honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even front. I'm coming out of high school. As soon as I got out of high school, I got the opportunity to make records professionally with professionals. We was in the best studios. It's 1985, and
who'd you make records like who?
It was a label called 75 Girls Records. It was definitely owned by a big time drug dealer, and it was ran like that. It was ran like some street shit, where basically you like invest a certain amount of money and you got to make a profit, then you got to flip it. So I was taught early on, you go in the studio, you record it, you go to you get it mixed down, you go to the manufacturer, you go to the distributor, you press up X amount of copies, you come back, pick your money up like you said, and then you repress some more, and you handle it like you flipping kilos or something. And you know what I'm saying? Stash the profit, flip again, stash the profit, flip again. So
The new dope gang.
yeah, so I mean,
Legal Skrilla.
there was a special that I really enjoyed. It was on VH1 called Planet Rock. And it was the relationship between hip hop and the streets. And I come from that story, man, where literally I'm watching these street cats getting all this money. I'm coming in the game, I'm the rapper.
Right,
and I'm hanging out with my homies, but I'm making money. And I'm the poorest nigga in the crew. And I'm like, I'm using the formula of what they're doing, but I'm doing it legally.
Right.
And as you know, the 80s went to the 90s. The laws changed. They locked all the homies up from the 80s. And guys like me slipped through the cracks and shit. And we kind of like, kept the spirit and the formula of that street shit, but we did it in a legit way. And then hip hop became an industry. And, I did stuff like I moved to Atlanta for a while there. I stayed in Atlanta like 15 years. And I just I think when you become an entrepreneur by accident, it really empowers something in you that all of us sitting here saying right now, like, man, I realized I didn't know. And when you finally do, when you do realize, it sparks something new in you, bro. You like, I'm getting money, man. I seen you on stage sing Candy.
Yeah.
And you reached in your pocket and threw out penny candy, and them bitches went crazy.
Good. That's crazy.
I'm sitting there on the sideline going, I'm like, this nigga just threw, he had to go spend 25 cents on that candy. And it was a hell of a stage prop. And I'm just like, all those moments of how powerful we were in a new industry that we didn't know was going to be this now. Yeah. We didn't know we was going to be OG. We thought we was just trying to get on the radio. We thought we was trying to rock the crowd.
Exactly.
My one time on the stage in front of the crowd, I rocked the crowd. I became an entrepreneur by accident, man. Like, I tasted that money. I'm like, I'm never getting another job again. I'm not.
It's so funny you said that. I remember taking my promotional posters to the record store and put on consignment and selling them motherfuckers. And going back and getting them. I would take the radio with the Def Jam and then would print up a whole bunch of posters like this. I would take a whole bunch of them for the label and go down to the record store and give them and then split the money with the dude. So I understand totally. Yeah. So Q. So check this out, right? In 1991. A human rights group referred to death certificate as a cultural Molotov cocktail. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You could view that negative or positive. You know what I'm saying? How did you view that comment? Do you remember it? Do you remember it?
I remember the comment. I remember the editor of Billboard magazine did an editorial on death certificate and told retailers that they should never put this in their stores.
Wow.
Like, it went that far. And so I was grappling a lot with that record. Jerry Heller had sick the JDL on me. At the time. Yeah. And then I had some issues with my song Black Korea. I had to, at the time I had to deal with St. Ives, and they threatened to take all the product out the stores if I didn't meet with the association. And it was a good meeting, you know what I'm saying? I was able to let them know, why I did a record like that, and what was happening with the people going into the stores and how they was being treated, and we need some understanding, And so that record got, I was a little taken back because the record, I thought I had some dope ass concepts on there. You know what I mean? I was mad people wasn't talking about, Dead on Arrival and Man's Best Friend and just the songs that I thought that was clever. You know what I'm saying? But we was talking about this political shit that didn't have one rhyme in it. It was just, we don't like this. This is too hard, and we shouldn't be exposed to this. So it really it did affect it affect my next record without a doubt. You know, if you listen to the Predator, it's not as politically charged because I was like, man, I'm a dope ass MC, man. Fuck all that. You like, I don't want to just be doing like the news. You know what I'm saying? I want people to be like, yo,
he got skills.
Ice Cube can flow. So, you know, I came back with the Predator just to show that it wasn't just all about sensationalize or saying stuff that was gonna, you know, push buttons, but it was about that I was a b-boy and that, you know, I could do hip hop with the best of them, just rhyming. And so, but I, you know, I felt like, you know, doing that wasn't right. I should have just stayed with my, you know, just how I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's a moment in time where I feel like the heat overshadowed the record. And I didn't never want that to happen again because it's art at the end of the day.
You know what? I gotta jump in there though. I gotta tell you though, honestly, like there's something to be said about being bigger than the music. And when your art is so impactful that it makes the world stop and look at it and point at it and debate it and argue about it, that's saying you a dope ass motherfucking MC. I don't know if there's anything that can say you doper than the whole world stopping and saying, especially if it's about a song. I'm not just talking about a comment.
Yeah.
I'm saying if it's about your art and they're like really debating your art, because if you walking through a gallery, people debate the art. People,
exactly.
So there's something.
I was young and I didn't really understand
that
dynamic.
Right.
I didn't understand. I was sick of, you know, we came out, we was fighting. First, we was fighting radio. You know, we fighting MTV.
Right.
That, you know, FBI.
Right.
PMRC.
Right.
You know, Tipper Gore. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a fight.
The police.
Record. You know, I'm like, this is hip hop, man. I'm sick of doing the news. You know what I'm saying? I wanna do Word Up.
Right.
I want to do the source.
Right.
You know, fuck Channel 5. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Channel 7. You know, so I was like, y'all don't understand. Y'all ain't trying to understand. Y'all ain't supposed to understand. This is it's for the people in the streets. So, you know, now as I grown older, I understand we artists. And when you're an artist, who gives a fuck what people think?
Yeah.
You paint your picture.
Yeah.
You put it on the wall.
Yeah.
And you walk the fuck away and do your next picture and let people walk by it and they say that's bullshit or I love it, but it don't matter because you doing the next one anyway.
That's right.
See what I'm saying?
That's real.
So that's an artist.
That's right. So one more. Speaking of pictures, because I want to get into the Westmore of it all. We're gonna get into that, but you know, it was a strong message in Friday about, you know, using your fist instead of a gun.
Yeah.
You know, was that an underlying message you was trying to put out there, or was that just kind of happened? Like,
no, it was an important scene. You know, that's why the first Friday is so impactful over the other ones, because if you look at the other ones, they don't have that moment in the movie. You see what I'm saying? So it took a comedy, and it took the laughter, and it was a teachable moment, you know what I'm saying? And it was dramatic in a movie that was so funny that it was impactful because what he was saying was some real shit, you know? And it's cool because it was like, yo, I wouldn't have never moved in this neighborhood if you needed a goddamn gun to walk down the street. You know what I'm saying? And that's impactful, you know? Well, in the fourth Friday, shit was so crazy in the hood when I you know, I had it written that he was like, "You going down the street? Take this with you." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "You going down the street? Take this motherfucker with you. These niggas crazy around here."
Rest in peace to the big homie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That would have been a funny moment if we'd have got to it. You know?
Oh my God! All right, so look, all right, we did a lot of backstory. Let's talk about this Mount Westmore thing. It was born in COVID. What was before we get to the recording process, formed like Voltron, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta like get into that. I know everywhere you go they ask you that, but I gotta ask you that. How did it come together? No. Two questions. How, but even more importantly, why did it come together? Why?
I know why.
Okay.
It was our assignment, and we didn't know it was our assignment. We just did it because it just came natural like an afro. You did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tell you this. So I was sitting there talking to my manager, and we chopping game right quick, and he was like, "Man, you might as well go on and put a group together. You understand me? With you, Cube, and Short, and Snoopy." And I was like, man, that's a hell of an ideal, cause we like, it wasn't nothing to do. It wasn't nothing to do. We all in the house, we all locked down. We never seen nothing like that in our lifetime where you barely want to hug your mom because you don't want to get her sick, and you don't want her to get you sick. And
right.
It's like we wasn't. It sounds crazy now, but we wasn't really rocking with each other. Everybody was staying their distance. You
Definitely.
A sneeze went from bless you to gone with that bullshit.
Yeah, word up. To fuck you. It wasn't bless you, it was fuck you.
Yeah, it went from bless you to gone with that bullshit.
Get out, yo, man, get out of here with that bullshit, man.
Yeah. So I was like, so the first thing I did, I immediately hopped on it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I say, I'm gonna call Cube first, and it's a reason why. Cube is the most stubborn. You know, he's a great guy, but he's stubborn.
That motherfucker, he's not changing his mind, bro. Yo, bro,
right?
I'm playing. I love that.
So I called him. I said, we did what we call a wellness check. You know, how's your health? How's everything going? How's, you know what I'm saying, the whole woo-wop. You know, how's the fam? That stuff. Then I ended up talking about, you understand me, man? Man, it's boring, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to do. I said, let's do some music. I said, what you think about a group called? No, we didn't even have a title yet. I said, what you think about a group with me, Snoop, you, and Too Short? And so he thought about it for a hot second, not too long. He just, hell yeah. You know how you talking?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You got to work on that. You got to work on that.
Yeah. Okay, I got to fix that better. Okay, let me stop. I ain't good at imitating people. Hell yeah. So look, check it out. So then he say, and so then I say, well, what we gonna call it then, though? And he was like, he say, Mount Westmore.
Like like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had you been sitting on that for a minute or no? Like, that as a concept.
Mount Rushmore had been in the new, like it was like in the lexicon. It was in for some reason it was on everybody's mind. And you know, when I heard him say who was in the group,
right,
it was just like, damn.
That's hard.
Pillar from, we got pillars from the northern.
Everyone with a major body of work too.
Yeah,
I mean,
and for like the Mount Rushmore,
classic, like timeless shit on top of timeless, on top of timeless. Go ahead.
So it's like it's the West. You getting more, and it's like the perfect name for the perfect group.
Yeah,
and when you say why this came together, you know how it is when you get that idea that's just come together like sweaty ass cheeks, you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say divine inspiration, but sweaty ass cheeks is much more memorable.
Same thing.
Come together like sweaty ass cheeks. And so
same thing.
It was just perfect, like peanut butter and jelly. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
Like we gotta do this. We gotta do this for hip hop. We gotta do this to set an example to show, this is ageless, and other OGs can get together and start a Mount Eastmore. I got LL in there. You know what I'm saying? On Mount Eastmore, but it was just a great idea, not only for us as individuals, but for hip hop. And we innovators, we creators, we forward thinkers, we trailblazers, and we should be doing dope ass shit.
I love that.
We want to be. We want this to be an inspiration to the new and old generation.
Right.
Like the youngsters, if they put their pride to the side. See, I always said putting your pride to the side saves lives.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. That's a huge. That's a bar right there.
And we
rewind that. Bring that back.
Putting your pride to the side saves lives.
Big.
Woo!
Big. That's big.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I want to do the hand clap shit on that. That shit is. You know what I mean?
Pride is always in the way of something. Pride is a.
No, pride come before the fall.
Yeah, exactly.
The Bible tell you that.
Amen.
That's true. And so I feel like if we can get, even if the youngsters form. You get this guy over here, this youngster, this one right here, and even if they got like an R&B type of feel to they raps, and they just straight rap. If we can get the youngsters to put together their own little groups, how they do it.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it.
It's a great template.
Yeah, so it's like, but we've never seen it with all guys with 30 years of work.
Right. Crazy.
Coming together. You know, this is monumental, you know, and I had to be a part of it.
Definitely. So
I got a quick question.
Hold on. I gotta ask this. Hold on. You know what? Go ahead, Z.
No. My question is, what was the first track you guys did?
Hold on. Because my question.
Let
me go with Too Short. Let me ask Too Short this question.
Run it.
Too Short. From what I understand, you are the A&R. You know, the which is like a creative captain of sorts. Listening to this Mount Westmore album, super modern, funky. Lyrics is crazy tight. The flows is different. It's bouncing. You always, of course, you and DMC are to me the two strongest guys for keeping their signature flows. They do not fuck around.
Yeah.
And it works every time.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. Yo, bro, it don't get tired. I don't give a damn. Like, it doesn't matter. You and DMC are great at that. The A&R of it all. Like, how did you become like the designated A&R? And then what was your sonic vision for the project?
I'm not necessarily picking all the tracks. I'm 25% of picking the tracks.
Okay.
But what I did was, you know, I was the organizer.
Okay.
And, you know, a lot of the music came from different directions. It was producers sending us all beats. 40 was setting off a lot of stuff, you know, just launching ideas and tempos and vibes and shit. Came from everywhere. Cube sent shit, Snoop sent shit. But what I was doing was, because we were remote at home in 2020, I was just yielding everything. So I'm like, give me the files. I organize the files and stuff. I make sure everything is mix ready. I call it mix ready. So whoever we gonna get to mix the album ain't gotta put a puzzle together.
Right.
So I just made sure that we made 50 songs.
We needed that.
50
joints.
Yeah,
I mean,
so you could
we
call me on
him, man.
You
It
call
would've
me on a
been
random
complicated
Thursday and say, "Hey man, run me that list of something we did." And I'm like, bam, email sent. You got that vibe. So I have to this day, I got all the songs organized like a motherfucker. And this is one album that's about to drop with 16 songs. There's 45 more songs.
Yo, slap. Yo, definitely. So there's a song on there, "Have a Nice Day." I gotta hear a little bit of "Have a Nice Day" real quick. "Have a nice day" for me. Fuck you.
Just the concept of a song called "Fuck You" that really, it's called "Fuck You."
Yeah.
That song sums up how the project was done. So on that song, you get a subject. Fuck you, have a nice day. I'm getting away. And then you got Ice Cube's version of what that meant to him. E40's version, my version, Snoop's version. We all painted a different picture. And I love that song. That might be my favorite of the
That song, yo, that song is
it
crazy.
touched on so many subjects. If you had to dissect everybody's bars,
yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot of.
The crazy shit is that as a fan, you'd be excited just to hear that as a song. Like, oh, these four dudes got together and did that. You did a whole album.
I agree.
That's the head.
I agree.
That's my favorite way to say fuck you.
And it,
fuck
you know,
you, but have a nice day.
Right? It's more than that too, because we're a business. You know, it's we got a Mount Westmore LLC, so we plan to do a lot of business off of this. So it's more than just an album. You know, it's more than a group. You know, it's a business. And so, you know, we just want to be the example.
So speaking of that, so you dropped some songs as NFTs. You know what I'm saying? You got, you know, with the blockchain and the metaverse. Talk about that a little bit. Because, you know, digital money. Like, talk about why that was important.
Shout out to Snoop Dogg.
You know,
for the money plays.
Snoopy Dogg Play. You know what I mean? Snoop Doggy Dogg. He hooked up with Gala Games. And he had did a big play. And, you know, before this crash, you know what I'm saying? It was like NFTs was hot. It's new, fresh. So we dropped the album in the NFT space for all the crypto super fans out there,
right?
Who you know, they get a little extra love from each song when they get it on that NFT level. But we also wanted to make sure we put it out on all platforms. So, you know, the songs are a little different than Bad Motherfuckers, which went to the NFTs, but not that much different. Got a lot of new songs on this, and this is the album. You know, this is the
This is
one
the
we've
album.
been waiting to drop. Yeah.
This is the album. This is the one you dropping. The Mount Westmore album.
And we just being us, L. We just
Man.
being us, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, you
all.
know what?
We ain't trying to be nothing
Look,
else.
we getting interviewed by LL Cool
Yeah.
J,
LL
nigga.
Cool
I
Come
was
on,
about to
man.
say that.
Yeah.
I would enjoy this
Rock
show.
and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Come on.
Even if we
man.
wasn't talking, if we just could listen to the music that's been playing the whole time we've been talking,
Hell yeah.
shit been jamming the whole time.
Yes,
Yo, that's Z-Trip. Yo, that's
We'll
Z-Trip.
go crazy.
Z do his thing.
Damn,
Y'all,
man.
appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Y'all the inspiration, though, man.
okay.
Last night I'm digging
L.
through the crates. I was like, the body of work each of
Yo,
y'all
the
got.
body of work is
And
crazy,
Snoop
man.
too, man. We got shout out
We might
Snoop
be able
too,
to clear the
man.
samples and release this as an album.
Love it.
I mean,
This conversation.
Let's do it. Let's do the
I don't see what.
mixtape.
Hey,
The mixtape.
hey, think we can't? Shit,
That'd be dope.
Let's
crazy
do it.
as
Why
shit has
not?
happened, bro.
Let's do it.
So let's talk about let's talk about the live thing. I personally haven't seen y'all all perform live yet. I haven't seen it. I know you've been performing. Obviously, I know they convinced you to do a song. You know which you killed the South Central. Yo, what was the South Central? The day in South Central. It was the
How to Survive?
How to Survive in
Yeah,
South
yeah,
Central.
yeah.
Yo, you performed. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I saw it online, but that's different. I haven't seen it live. What is it like? You
Let-
guys coming live,
let
and
me-
then two,
let me have this. Let
I
me-
saw the
let me
King.
start.
Yeah, go ahead, Short.
We turning the fans of each other.
Hip hop, the thing that brought us all to prominence, that fed us all these years. Everybody sitting at this table right now. Hip hop,
Right.
as teenagers, was a dream.
Yeah.
We in our fucking 50s eating big off hip hop, off our teenage dreams.
Real.
Real
And
shit.
We step out on stage, man, individually, but we do this. But together, we step out on this stage, man. I ain't seen so many happy people like smiling, like all ages. I'm like, I'm not believing that I got to do this, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We on stage together. We gotta get off the stage and tell Snoop Dogg, nigga, stop doing the ad-libs. stop rapping.
Hey, what's my favorite word?
No, he rapping the verse.
Snoop like, Snoop like, he like, my bad, I'm such a fan, I can't. I'm on stage, right?
I'm with him, actually.
I'm on stage looking over my shoulder, watching these niggas perform. Like I'm forgetting I'm doing the show because I'm a fan.
Yeah.
like it's that
I
crazy,
mean,
bruh. It's
2
like-
hours and 45-minute shows.
2 hours and 45.
Yes.
So obviously everybody does solo joints.
Yeah.
You do big hits. You do your crate joints.
Yeah.
Right. And then how many Mount Westmore joints do you do?
Right now,
mix
we
them
only
up.
did two.
You only did two.
Because
So
we
far,
did
because the
album.
album went out.
Yeah.
Right.
But now that the album is out, dude, we could do a 4-hour show. We're not gonna do a 4-hour show,
But we can.
but we could. So
You should.
You should. You absolutely should.
I know, but I'm saying.
but you know, the show, we come out and do our biggest hits right off the jump
First.
and people think, okay, what else can they do? And you just keep hitting them. They come
more hits
from all directions. You just don't know what you gonna get, when you gonna get it, who gonna step out first. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a gumbo. It's like going to see Parliament Funkadelic if they was performing with Bootsy, and if Zap was up there too. You know, it's like a gumbo.
Yeah, we don't break it up in sections either. Ice Cube don't get his section in my turn. No, we go song for song.
Yo,
I love that.
That's what I love about
hold
the
on, I gotta say this
That's
now.
what I love
Look,
about the record.
and obviously, we drop bags. We drop bags, but I gotta have y'all at the next Rock the Bells festival. I need Mount Westmore.
Come on
I need
now.
Mount Westmore at the festival, B.
Come on now.
I need that.
Actually, you don't have to ask us that because we was talking. They was talking
We
them
was
two right
talking.
here.
It was like, we gotta get
40,
on that
40 and Cube. And they was like, we own Rock the Bells next year. They
Yeah,
said,
yeah, you gotta be on.
I already did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was-
right,
it was
and
fire.
killed it, and
was
killed
fire.
it, and killed it. So, all right, so yeah, that's good shit. So, all right, so let's talk a little bit more about just let's stay in this project. How many videos do you have out right now? You have.
It's about 4
It's
hours.
about 4. You got 4
Maybe 5.
videos.
Yeah.
You got. I think it's Activate. You just.
Activated.
Yeah.
Got Big Subwoofer,
Yeah.
Too Big, and Free Games, and it's a Bad Motherfuckers video.
Okay.
Even though that's
Cube made
not
a
on
movie
this
too.
album.
We have a Mount Westmore movie too.
Yeah, we did a documentary. We got a documentary.
So when's the
That's
documentary drop?
We working on that. You know, we looking for the right platform to put it out. We want to do it big.
Yeah.
So, you know, all them platforms out there,
Everything's-
get at us.
everything's
especially if you got to
LLC.
check. You gotta
Everything
check, get at
LLC,
us.
period. Like, just everything LLC. I saw a house the other day, as you know, some apartment building, such and such LLC. You know, everything's a fucking LLC. You goddamn right. Shit, when you see LLC, you see me. Shit.
Ah,
That,
company.
that could have been the name of the group, LLC.
You know what I mean?
Liability company.
I love
man.
that.
You
I love
understand
that.
me? Hey,
So Z, I know you had
my
some
thing
questions.
is the thing I love about the record is everybody, like, there's so many different flavors that you could start it off. You could start it off. You could do the hook. You could do the hook. It's like
40 starts a lot of them though.
I'm saying, but it's the interesting thing about it is you all are great. You play each position and can play each position. So every record, you don't know what you're going to get. You roll the dice. It's like you throw a dart. Who's going to start it off? You're starting it off. Okay, go. And it's like it reminds me of the symphony. It's like everybody on that track.
Yeah, the
hit
symphony.
it. You know what I mean?
The symphony group. You talking about?
No, we talking about Molly Mall.
Man, that
Cool
shit
G
was
rap.
so hard.
Juice Crew.
That's what this is. Every single
It is.
every single
It is
song,
like
it's
that.
like,
It is like that.
you're all superheroes. Like, who's going first? Oh,
It
yeah,
is like
Spider-Man's
that.
going first. Then Thor. Then, you know, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing I love about the record.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You don't know what you're going to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the record takes different personalities too.
Love it.
You know, come on and it's fun. Then, you know, it go kind of into, you know, some of our ghetto gutter kind of, you know, shit. Then we spitting game, and then we, you know, telling motherfuckers, you know, like how many niggas gonna tell. Like it has its different complexities.
Ghetto,
you know,
like
when you
being on
throughout the
punishment for
album.
a week.
We
Yeah.
wasn't.
Come on.
Go ahead.
We wasn't getting on the phone.
You remember that?
Of course.
Come on.
Nobody called me and said they didn't call me and say, "Short, stop pimping so much." A 40, stop hustling so much. A Cube, stop motherfucking being so goddamn righteous.
Rebellious,
Cube.
and,
Yeah.
rebellious and righteous. It's righteous rebel.
I actually did tell Q one day. I said, "Bruh, be nicer on the songs." He said, "No."
No, he said no.
No.
Yo, Q, let me tell you something. Cube is strong.
Yeah.
You know, and I say that with love. You know what I'm saying? Cube is strong, and, you know, but that's what you got to be. You know, like, to really be a man and to really have a longevity and have a career, you got to have a perspective. Doesn't mean you can't be open-minded.
Yeah.
But you got to be strong.
Yes, sir.
That's required.
Solid. You know, 10 toes down.
Yeah, you got to be.
You know, you got to be the tree in the flood.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? You got the whole current running past you, but you ain't going nowhere. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? You right there and let the whole flood go by you. And when it's over and when it's dry, you're going to be still standing right there.
100%. So, look, we you know, you got free game out there. You know what I'm saying? You talk about black ownership. So let's have a little free game session. You know, there's a youngster here. Let's say let's talk to, I don't know what his name is. Maybe he's 17. He's 15. We got a little kid. He's 15. He want to rock. He want to get money. He see everybody on IG. He see the chains. He see the cars, the bells, the whistles. He see the girls, the body work. He see everything. He see it all.
I know the first rule.
Let's talk.
Get some property.
Yeah.
Off top.
You know,
you run into a bag, you gotta get, before you buy that $85,000 car, before you buy a house, buy the house first. You understand me? It's good to have a car. But if you own a piece of the land, it don't have to be no big ass mansion or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Get you some property. It can be a fixer upper. You understand me? If you got some uncles or some family members that actually do like refurbish and you know do homes over, you know what I'm saying? Give them a total makeover. They know how to do it. We got a lot of talented people in our families.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hook up, start up a business. Say, hey man, I'm gonna buy a bunch of fixer uppers. Unc, I want you to be in charge of this. You handle this. I'm making a lot of money. Let's go. You feel me?
Okay.
That type of shit.
Okay.
you know, it's really about you know, first of all, understand the business you're going into. You know, don't just look at the surface. You got to understand the business. If you don't know the game before you get into it, you're about to get fucked. You got to learn the game. Next, don't complain about what you didn't get because of the work you didn't put in.
Ooh,
Right, that's hard.
Say
I
that
like
again.
that.
Say that again.
Say
that
it
again.
loud for the people in the back.
Don't complain about what you didn't get because of the work you didn't put in.
Woo.
So that's really what it's all about. You know, mind your own, you live longer. You know, nothing more powerful than a made up mind. And you really gotta set your mind. You know, you want to set. It's called a mindset. Set your mind where you want to be, not what you're going through right now. Set your mind where you want to be, and the universe will make it come to you. You know, as long as you dwelling in the problems, the issues, how hard it is, how fucked up it is, it's gonna stay hard. It's gonna stay fucked up. The minute you say, this shit will pass, as soon as I figure out the move I need to make and elevate your mindset, pretty soon your problems start to fall away and you find yourself where your mindset was set at.
Keep your eyes on the prize.
Keep your eyes on the prize.
That's powerful.
You know, I tell the little homies all the time. I've been saying this for years too. I'm like, you looking at us that you want to be like success and all the things in life you see that you want, and it's not really out the reality. It's not really out of this world that you can achieve these things. But a lot of us, man, we get pacified really fast, and you make it, and you kick your foot in that door, and you look out there, and you successful, and you relax,
And you take your foot off the gas.
and I'm like,
Don't take your foot off the gas.
I want to throw a chair. God damn it.
That's real.
Stay
Keep
hungry.
look. Keep your left toe on they nostril. Hello.
and I'm saying we're all overachievers.
Yeah.
We all came in the game. We ain't the supreme greatest of the greatest. We just overachievers. And if you put me in any era, I'm still gonna overachieve because I'm gonna work harder than most motherfuckers. So
right.
I say, when you make it, when you look out into them sea of people and you see that love, don't look at that as success. Look at that as the beginning. This is where it starts.
Every
Yo,
day.
that's powerful.
Every day.
The grit don't quit.
The grit don't quit. That's powerful. Keep your eyes on the
man.
prize. Stay hungry. You know, it's funny, when I bought my first house,
Yeah.
actual, not condo, house. You know, I used to be running around, girls on, and in the laundry room, I wrote in a big marker on the laundry room, "Stay hungry, house."
That's right.
That was the first thing. So it's like the first rule was like, yo, I got to stay hungry. Because I'm out here, I got all this moet and shit. You know, these chicks is running, it's crazy. Stay hungry.
That's it.
So that's powerful right there.
Yes, sir.
Stay hungry. So it's buy yourself some property.
Yeah.
It's keep your eyes on the prize and stay hungry.
That's it.
Wow.
Big.
Come on. Buy
me to
yourself
work.
some property. Keep your eyes on the prize. Stay hungry.
Stay humble and hungry.
And humble.
Humble means a lot.
Humble is everything. I learned. You know what? I'm gonna tell you
Secret sauce.
something. I'm gonna tell you something about that. So for me, that's been a big lesson in my career, because when I first started,
He was not humble.
well, I was. You know
Cocky
what?
was a picture of LL next to the word cocky in the dictionary.
I was. You know what it is, short? It wasn't that I was like a complete asshole. I was focused on me and what I was trying to do.
That
It's a
was
little
great
thing. I was really
to see as a youngster
you know
that
what I mean?
you was that focused. 'cause
I was focused.
We was wanting to wow, and we was like, this motherfucker is polished.
super focused,
God
man.
damn, he polished.
Super focused. I promise you.
Performances was amazing too, man. Just when you your stage presence and everything. And I used to love seeing E Love up there with you like this.
Yeah, that was my man. That's
Box.
my man. E.
Big box.
Yeah.
L said, my hat is like a shark
Shark's fin.
fin.
Hell
Come
yeah.
on, man. Hey, legendary, bro. I love it. I love it.
It's just crazy, man. I mean the level that hip hop is going to. I mean, look at what we're discussing. Look at where we're discussing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at, like Cube, I remember we talked a while ago, and one time we was talking about the gatekeepers.
Yes.
And now we're the gatekeepers.
Thank God.
Amen.
Thank God you got Rock the Bells.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
you did that for real.
I appreciate, all the OGs. It's to me, it's like, I know they talking shit about Dion, but when he went to the HBCU, like,
Yeah, let's talk about that. Talk about that.
I'm coming to help elevate what I know is that needs elevation.
Yeah.
And it's nobility in that. That's
Yeah.
noble.
Yeah.
For you to come out here a superstar and say, I can't let hip hop be in nobody else's hands. I gotta be
Gatekeeper.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more than a gatekeeper. It's a
I'm a protector.
historian.
Yeah.
It's a protector of the culture. It's teaching the youth what it was. Everybody talk about how crazy it is now. Hip hop it's always been lit.
Out of control.
You always heard about niggas getting sliced at the Latin quarters. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Absolutely.
E-Love, he fucking got shot
on 2 separate occasions.
Yeah, this is the 80s.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Shot in the ass.
Jackson got shot
in Memphis.
He
In
actually
Memphis, he got shot in the
where
ass.
Dion was coaching. He got shot in Jackson, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so
yes, he did.
So it's a thing where, to see OGs take, like we had Red Alert. We had people
Marley
who
Marl,
were OGs who
Mr.
took the
Magic.
mantle
Yeah.
and made sure hip hop was all right.
LaRock.
And
Chuck
then
Chill Out,
they
rest in
started
peace,
letting
Scott LaRock.
Grandmaster
letting all
Flash.
these college kids jump in. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to the college kids, but you don't know. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? So to have LL Cool J running Rock the Bells, it feel like the world is right. You know what I mean? That's one thing that's right in the world.
Yeah.
LL Cool J is running Rock the Bells, and so
the right person to run it too.
And it feels good. For real. And it feels good. Listen, man, and it's culture, it's content, it's commerce. Yeah. Like we just launched the Rock the Bells cruise. It's sold out in 5 days.
I love it.
Sweet.
Is that gonna be in the Bahamas?
It's gonna go from Miami to the Bahamas.
I need to be on that.
And you come on and get in that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be crazy. It's 4 nights. It's gonna be 5 stages. And I promise you, bro. This shit gonna be hip hop to the motherfucking to the white meat. You feel me? Like this shit gonna be hip hop. This shit ain't gonna be this shit gonna be hip hop. And we partnered with 6 Man and Norwegian Cruise. It's a crazy boat. The boat is crazy. Okay, it's crazy.
Nice. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not the other folk. It's not the Greyhound
It's
in
not
the
the
water.
Carnival? It's not
Nah, this ain't. Nah, it ain't. No. I love Mickey. Mickey's my man. Mickey hit me up. You got the wrong boat. I love you, Mick. You know I love you, bro. You know I love you.
I've been on a Norwegian cruise. You got the right boat.
You know, it's the right boat. It's the right vibe.
Version got some new shit. Version.
Well, listen.
Like some state of the art
he rolling
shit.
with the right one.
Yeah,
I just wanted to throw that at you, though.
But I'm listening.
Fingerprint shit.
Oh,
open the doors and shit like their type.
Well, bring your gloves. You never know what can happen. We're gonna see what happens. But listen. So, all right, before we kind of get into a little bit more music, just individual projects that you all have going on. You have Mount Westmore. We have the album. We have the documentary, which will come when the right platform comes with the right deal. And that's a lot of content.
Scream it like you mean it.
Please believe it. Come on through with that. You know what I'm saying? So individually, projects. We're gonna get to you, 40 with your alcohol. You know, with your wine and your company.
Adult beverages.
Adult beverages. Yeah. Cube, what current projects are you working on outside of Mount Westmore? That you want to talk about? We got a few, and the big 3. We gotta talk.
I mean, that to me is the cream of the crop right now. The big 3 is, it's been a labor of love. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for being an investor, early investor. When we first started, LL's been down since 2017 with the big 3, 100%. And appreciate it. And so, still trying to make sure we get the right love from sponsors. The NBA is fucking with us a little bit, so we got to take care of that. But at the end of the day, you can't stop the bum rush. The people want the big 3, and we coming back to next year on CBS. Still hitting it. It's working.
And we're going to keep supporting it.
Without a doubt, man. So, that's right now. That's top of the line. I'm working on a few independent movies. So, that's, the shit don't stop. But it's really all about Mount Westmore right now. And that's what I'm pushing.
And so, Short, what you working on individually?
Well, Mount Westmore is a big deal in my life.
Of course.
We have a couple albums in the can outside of this one that's dropping. I definitely took advantage of the quarantine and recorded a couple more solo albums.
Wow.
I'm not really hyped on moving forward as a solo artist because it's the accomplishments, but I'm addicted to hip hop and I can't help it. So
100%.
It has to happen. I'm currently an executive producer on a movie that's being filmed right now in Oakland. It's called Freaky Tales. People think the movie's about me, but it's a movie that is using my song titles as chapter titles of the movie. And they brought me in as an EP, and I'm involved with the project, and I'm getting ready to shoot an independent film. I'm not a filmmaker, but I'm getting my feet wet late in the game. I'm doing an independent film about Oakland, California legends.
Oh, that's dope.
When you write down the list of legendary
Mac Dre and hip hop.
Mac Dre's from Vallejo, but he was born in Oakland.
Okay, he was born.
We're gonna share that.
Yeah, shout out to Mac Dre.
Yeah.
But our list of Oakland legends is a very extensive list. It's the Gary Paytons and the Jason Kidds and
everybody, all genres,
the Bill Russells and the Beast Mode.
It's a long list.
It's a long list. And me and Mr. Fab, my man Mr. Fab, shout out to Fab. We sat down. We didn't even sit down. We was texting, and I was like, name the Oakland legends, and we was running the list back, and it just kept getting longer and longer of legendary people from our city. We gotta highlight this, bro. So that's a near and dear project to my heart that I'm definitely gonna see happen. But the solo joints are coming. I'm not giving up.
Don't stop rapping.
At this age, you learn how to join. You learn how to join the investment groups. I just asked Cube yesterday, are we gonna start the Mount Westmore LLC investment group? You know what I'm saying? Take the profits that we really don't want to pocket and get rich off of them, richer.
Yeah, yeah.
So, it's just that, man. It's just trying to legacy is what it is now. It's not about accolades anymore. It's legacy. Period.
And of course, you rock the bells. You got the don't stop rapping. You do your thing.
I work for you,
Yeah.
No. You work for hip hop culture.
We work for hip hop, but
we work for hip hop culture.
I got a job at Rock the Bells, y'all.
No question, and it's beautiful. and
I
it's
do
beautiful, and you tearing the shit up.
I
in
do
the
a
show.
dope ass show.
You crush it.
Amazing.
You crush it.
Thank you, man.
Amazing.
You crush
And that's
it.
what it's about. It's about
crush it.
because listen, like I said,
We gotta
man,
take the mantle.
there you go. It's like this is about us hitting each other with work.
Yeah, we can't-
This ain't
yeah,
about like all that above you, like you said, like the toast.
I ain't above you,
I ain't below you,
but I'm right beside
right
you.
beside you.
Yeah.
It's this. That's what this is about. So
Yeah.
Keep
your
it
body
going.
of work is respected, and you're respected, and you are doing something that's great for Rock the Bells as a platform, and great for hip hop in general. So it ain't about me. It's about Rock the Bells culture. So 40. Okay, Earl Stevens, big ass deal, big ass fucking cases of stuff getting delivered, Mac, the 18 wheelers. Shit is looking, it's looking real crazy out there right now.
Front row 40 at all the sporting events.
And hold up, we ain't sleeping on Goon with the Spoon either.
Come
You know
on,
what I mean?
nah.
Come on now. But before we get to that,
Yeah.
talk to me about Earl Stevens. Just tell everybody about the various, beverages you have and all about that world.
So I wanted to make sure that I'm from Vallejo, California. Mm-hmm. I'm right next door to wine country.
How far is Vallejo from Oakland?
If I stick my right arm out, I'm in Napa.
Okay.
That's how
so
close
it's
we are.
Okay.
That's how
Got it.
close I am. That's how close
Got it,
Vallejo
got it.
is to Napa,
He
California.
10 minutes
wine
from Napa,
country.
30 minutes from Oakland.
Okay.
I'm right in the thick of everything.
Okay.
You understand me? I got the best of all worlds. 707, that's where they grow the best grapes, the best soil in the world. The grapes. You understand me?
Varietals?
Humboldt County, the varietals. You understand me? The Emerald Triangle, that's the 707.
Yo, I had to hear you say varietals. I just had to hear you say that shit,
Come
bro.
on.
Varietals and all that.
It's all about fruit from the vine and grass of the earth. You dig what I'm saying? Hello.
Yeah, right.
But I ended up, man, rocking with I've always spoke. That's why it's so natural, like an afro, for me to do adult beverages, because all my life, first of all, my name is E40. The 40 come from drinking 40 ounces on the block, 1300 block Magazine Street.
That's
you understand me? So I always
your name is E40 because you was drinking 40.
Yeah, that's where the 40 come from.
40 ounces.
That's the 40 ounces.
crazy.
Straight up.
So I didn't want to call my wine E40.
Right.
So I wanted to call it Earl Stevens, my real government name.
Right.
And so people to this day don't know that all these varietals of wine, from the Prosecco from Veneto, Italy, to the Earl Stevens steel wines, the Mangoscato and all those, and the Tropiscato and the Function Red blend, and so on and so forth. I'm going forever. Sweet Red, and my Chardonnay was just they just had it on the morning show today. Mm-hmm. You understand me?
Mm-hmm. Which morning show? Which morning show?
Today show.
Today show. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Today's show. You understand? I just posted on my Instagram. But anyway, they put that out there for the holidays. But anyway, to make a long story short and short story long, I can go on. There's so much stuff, bro. Look, I got Ecuadente Tequila. Mm-hmm. From Jalisco, Mexico. Ecuador, I got Eneo, Blanco, and Repo. You understand me?
The Slurricane, my favorite.
I got Slurricane. I named that E40 Slurricane Hurricane. I used to drink that in college. I made a song called Hurricane, Slurricane with the click, and it went gold. You understand me? That was in 1995. All my dreams are coming true, right? You understand me? I'm with the Lumpia Company. I love Lumpia. In Vallejo, California, where I'm from, and the Bay Area, it's a lot of Filipinos.
Okay.
We learn to adapt to that culture, playing baseball and football and all that with Filipinos, and going to their auntie's house or their mom's house and eating lumpia. Lumpia is a spring roll, I would just make it a spring roll. It's like a spring roll to other people, but it's Filipino spring rolls, and we do non-traditional and we do traditional spring roll, lumpias. You understand me? So whenever y'all in Oakland, stop by the Lumpia Company. We are verified on Instagram too. It's called the Lumpia Company.
So Lumpia, the Lumpia Company is separate from Earl Stevens.
Yeah, that's separate. This is one of my LLCs.
One of your food. This is one of your LLCs.
Yeah,
it's the food company.
Yeah, I'm in the food and beverage business. I'm also the goon with the spoon. You can Google me, or you can look me up on Instagram. I'm verified on there. You know what I'm saying? I cook. I'm in my mind. I'm a Michelin star chef.
I love that shit, man.
You know what I mean? I got burritos in the stores. I do co-packing.
What store? Where can people buy your food
You
at?
can go to Food for Less. It's also available online. You understand me? Your local liquor stores. You can go to anywhere to get any amount of adult beverages, Total Wine, Bevmo, Vons, Costco, Sam's Club. It's everywhere like air. You understand me? I got a national distribution deal with Southern Glazed Wine Spirits.
Everywhere like
You
air
need to
is
stop
crazy.
me.
Hold
You
on,
need
hold
to
on.
stop me.
I'm stopping you now. Everywhere like air is funny as a bum. Yo,
That's the bumper sticker right there. That's the t-shirt.
everywhere like air. Yo, that shit's
Yo,
crazy.
you gotta listen close, man. You drop them and just keep moving.
I got
Yo,
them.
I was listening to Snap Your Fingers.
Hey,
Yo, this what let me see you do it.
Come on.
So, yo, man, it's so great to have y'all, man. This has been, I think, amazing. Like that Mount Westmore project. Again, hip hop needed this project. This is an important project. This is a super group. It has a full Rock the Bell support and endorsement. As you see, we playing multiple joints on the station. We're gonna add more because have a nice day. We got Roxanne Shante gotta be
rock
playing.
that.
Have a nice day.
Gotta rock
I know my man Torre gonna be playing some Mount Westmore. He gonna, what I'm saying? Shout out to my man. What up? I see you over there. What up, baby? And it's like this is just an important moment for hip hop. You guys are timeless. Again, all four of you have an amazing body of work. You know what I'm saying? Each one of you is a superstar in your own right in terms of your impact on the game. You have millions and millions of fans around the world.
Yeah.
Looking at you, watching this and enjoying this. So before I bounce, any plans to take the Mount Westmore overseas? Are you touring, or is there any shows you need to let people know about? Q?
We putting it together, working out the schedule. We got a lot of people coming at us about putting a tour together for next year. We expect it to be worldwide. We can't contain this in the United States. We got to go everywhere. And we're going to be on a mission, and we got more records coming as a group. It's just the first one. So, look for us to just be here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let's add one last thing, because this must be said. If you're listening and you're enjoying the conversation, it's a room full of icons speaking. Snoop Doggy Dogg is 1/4 of the group. He's not here, and I promise you, when he is with us, the man makes very prolific statements. He's a large presence. And
100%.
if you're enjoying this, you just getting 3/4. It's a whole nother guy. He happens to be on set shooting a movie right now. He never stops working. When Snoop, if he was sitting here right now, he'd be making a bag.
100%.
He'd be getting another bag.
Next record for sure.
In here.
Let me shout out to Snoop. Snoop has done. He's been a big supporter of Rock the Bells. He's been on Roxanne's show. Me and him have done things. I mean, that's my man. Snoop is my man. So, like, all of y'all, got my love and respect and support. You know what I'm saying?